Big South Football Media Day continues here from Charlotte, North Carolina, joined by the head coach of the Liberty Flames, Turner Gill. Coach, good catching up with you. How's the summer gone?
Oh, it's been good. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of quality time with my family.
Speaking of quality time, you and I were able to talk about some of the trips you've taken to Costa Rica. Basketball's heading there in about a week or so. How was that trip for you?
A lot of fun, relaxation. That was really what it was all about. It was a lot of fun just to spend time with the family and just kind of hang out at the beach and go play some golf.
And paragliding, I understand. Some of your family members did that?
That wasn't me. Our oldest daughter and our youngest daughter got a chance to do some paragliding there in Colorado. So I was witnessing them landing. That's my own extent of paragliding.
How adventurous does it get for Coach Gill beyond the 18th green, maybe, for you?
Well, for me, it's just hanging out, and that's about it. I don't get too adventurous when you start talking, particularly when anything has to do with water. I'm kind of limited on that.
Yeah. Well, how about here in Charlotte, catching up with coaches, student athletes, administrators? What's the last 2 days been like for you?
Well, just preparation to have an opportunity to speak about our football team, speak about the Big South Conference, and speak about football. You know, get a chance to get around of our players again, and we're excited to have an opportunity to get this season started for 2016 for our fans, the greatest fans of all time as far as I'm concerned here at Liberty University. I know our fans are really excited to see this football team.
Fall camp for you starts on August the 8th. What are some of the things you're looking to see first couple of weeks of fall camp? And, hey, I can't wait to see how this portion of our team has developed.
Well, I think the first thing is probably going to be a little bit of what you're going to do offensively. Our new offensive coordinator there, Joe Daly, just to seeing how we can incorporate those things. We had an opportunity in spring football to do some things of that nature, but now to incorporate the whole thing, because now they've run through 15 practices of it, and hopefully during the summer they've fine-tuned a lot of those things, and then trying to find out who are going to be the top 15 guys that we're going to end up playing with on that side of the ball. Defensively, I'm excited to see it because I think this is going to be our fastest defense that we've ever had. We've always talked about speed, trying to get that, and getting our guys to run to the ball and being able to be impactful as a unit. I think this defense here could be very, very, very special, but we got a lot of work to do, and we look forward to going to work.
I want to go back to offense a minute ago. You mentioned Joe Daly taking over play calling, and what are the objectives of this offense? Not, to score 30 points a game, but what do you want this offense to look like?
Well, I think the biggest thing the biggest change is going to be is really the amount of plays that we're trying to get run. We're all going to be a little bit more up tempo. Probably the bigger difference from just an average fan would be there will be no huddling. I should say minimal huddle. I'm not going to say we're never going to huddle, but minimum huddle as we had been in the past. We always had huddle. So that would be the bigger difference from our fans. We want to get hopefully somewhere around that 80, 85, right around 85 would be ideal. The number of plays we want to try to get in and be efficient and being able to get that. So we'll see.
Stephon Masha goes into fall camp as the most experienced quarterback, has a couple of starts under his belt. Throw into the mix both Swanson, a couple of the new freshmen coming in, and Buckshot and Rudger. That dynamic between those four, what have you heard, what have you seen, and what do you like about that group?
Well, what I like about it, Coach Day does a tremendous job of teaching our guys how to play quarterback the best way that you can and be executing very, very well. So the challenge is the young guys, who's going to be able to handle that? Stephon Masha has already been in the fire a little bit. There's no question that he's going to go into being our starter, and we're going to see how he handles that. Rudd has been able to have an opportunity to come in here this spring to get a little bit of a head of game on it from that perspective. Still has a long way to go to get some things done, the tempo of it all. Steve Calvert, Buckshot there is the nickname that we call him. He's coming in here and has a chance to be able to compete, so he hasn't really had a chance to run our offense per se. And so we'll see what happens. It's going to be very, very competitive as far as the backup really per se and that aspect of it. But I think we're going to have some very, very good talent. Now, how are you going to handle it when the fuel's in the fire?
How about on the edge in the backfield? Todd takes over, incumbent starter coming in, at least not from last year, but he's the guy right now. And then B.J. Farrow and along some other skill players. What do you like about the skill positions, including the backfield?
Well, I like our talent there. We got a lot of guys coming back that played a lot of football. Some of them may not have started, but they have played quite a bit of football. I think the receiving core is going to be very, very solid. I think B.J. Farrow will be a prime guy. Zach Parker's been very, very instrumental. Dante Shell, we're looking for a breakout year for him. The guy's been here, seems like he's been here for 6, 7, 8 years or whatever per se. But then he's a very, very talented guy. Running back wise, we're going to have some good talent. Guys you haven't heard a lot Frankie Hickson, who redshirted this last year, Carrington Mosley. I think he will be a surprising guy that I think that people are going to see a lot of, and going to have some great skills that he's going to be able to showcase as far as the people who handle the ball. Tight ends, that's probably one area that if I had to say specifically what we're trying to find and who are going to be those people, be at a tight end spot. Again, I hope that we keep everybody healthy and all that. We unfortunately lost a couple guys there as far as last year, and that'll be an interesting position to see how much we're going to use them and go from there.
Switch over to now defense. You talk about the speed of your unit and the direction of Coach Wimberly. When you incorporate that speed and the technique and what Wimbo tries to get done, how is that speed component going to help this team in 2016?
Well, I think the speed component is going to be lessening, hopefully, big plays. I think that's why you want the speed. People are going to make a play here and there and all that, but you can prevent the big plays, a lot of them over 20 yards or so. That's what we really talk about, is preventing the big plays. And then causing turnovers. When you have speed and you have people that can run to the ball and have great quickness, you're going to cause some turnovers and you're going to be able to make some big plays. So that's why we emphasize speed more than the size and all those type of things of that nature. So I'm really, really excited about it. We got a lot of competition. That's the other part that I'm excited about, is the D-line is going to be a lot of competition there. Linebacker, of course, we got a lot of guys back, but it's still going to be competition. And in the secondary, we got a lot of guys that played a lot of football. So we feel pretty good about it, and when you have competition, then it's going to bring out the best. That's going to make us better.
You brought Scott Downing into the fold, new special teams coordinator. What type of stamp has he put on that unit so far?
Well, special teams coordinator, I've had experience with him, and he's done a great job being able to teach it. We haven't done a whole lot when we get into the core group as far as punt return, kickoff return. We really did a lot of drills to incorporate some of the skills that we're looking for at all those different positions as far as in the special teams category. So really, we've just worked on really just the punt team, but we're going to speed that all up here, getting into camp, and we'll go into more phase. We're still going to do a lot more just evaluating people on specific skills that we're looking for at punt return, kickoff return. So he's an experienced guy that's done a lot of great things. He's definitely been always in the top 20 or so as a special teams coordinator, and some of them been in the top 5. Has been able to do that. So we expect for our special teams to improve. Even though we've lost John Lunsford, a great guy, a great kicker that we had this last year, we feel pretty good about Alex Probert, a true freshman coming in and being able to take over the duties.
Coach, look forward to September 3rd when toe meets leather. Appreciate your time. We'll catch up with you in August.
All righty. Thank you. Go Flames.
Head football coach Turner Gill.